Hello everyone, my name is Bora Akdarı. I'm an MBG student and today I will be presenting my Physics 102 project named Analyzing the Current Differences Created by Magnetic Flux Between Three Non-Identical Coils. The objective of this experiment is to reveal whether the current that is created by a coil near a changing magnetic flux is dependent on its turn number, which is the revolutions made by the wire on its axis, by just constructing three non-identical coils that differ regarding their turn numbers. In 1830s, it was shown by Michael Faraday that electromotive force could be induced in the coil by changing the magnetic field around it. In addition, the magnetic flux is formulated as magnetic flux is equal to the cross product of the magnetic field and the area vector. The direction of the magnetic field that is induced by the coil could be predicted by Lenz's law, which is also present as a minus sign in Michael Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction. As I will be calculating current in this experiment, and because the Michael Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction gives us the EMF of the coil, we need to use the Ohm's law in order to determine the current theoretically. By combining the two equations, now it is clear that the current is now dependent also upon resistance of the coil. Therefore, in order to conclude that there was no resistance in the coil was connected to a power supply and checked whether if the power supply short-circuited. Then the procedure started by just constructing three non-identical coils with turn numbers of 100, 50 and 10. And then they were all connected to a power supply in order to determine whether there was resistance on the coils. After determining that there was no resistance on the coils were connected to a DC ampermeter, and then a magnet was brought closer to the coils and the current values were observed. The data is as follows. For the coil that had the turn number of 10, the current value could not be measured because it was too small for the DC ampermeter to measure. Therefore, the values of the two other coils were used in order to conclude the experiment. It was concluded that the turn number of the coils were directly proportional to the current that was produced by the coil. Thus, it could be stated that the Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction is coherent with experimental values. Thanks for listening.